Adam, will you come up? Come up here. Come on up here. I'm going to use you as an illustration. Now, if, actually face this way. Let's say I say to Adam, I go, Adam, I love you. And I say, oh man, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry, but it felt good. I can't, and then to go, I can't control myself. This is great, and just to go, I can't help it. There's a genetic disposition, and just to go, oh man, this is awful, but it hurts me more than it hurts you. And then to go, look, I know that we already have a relationship. No, just to say, we have a relationship, and I know you'll forgive me. I know you're going to forgive me for doing this. And then, okay, you can just sit down. Thanks. Okay, and then, thank you. Wow, you guys clap for that? That's really weird. But then to walk away from that and go, oh man, my hand hurts. I feel terrible. Gosh, the consequences of slapping so much is that my hand hurts now, and then I feel bad about myself. I shouldn't have slapped him, and you just kind of leave it at that, and it's like, what about him? What about the consequences on him? And I feel like a lot of times when we think about our sin against God, it's like, oh, I know you hate this. Oh, you hate this. You hate this. I'm sorry. I love you. Oh, I love you. I love you. And then you walk away and go, oh, I feel kind of bad about myself. It's like, what about yourself? What about God? What about the fact that you just offended him? You're doing things he absolutely hates. And sin, when David sinned and even committed that sin against Bathsheba and then commits murder, he says that God, against you, and you alone have I sinned. It's you that I hurt. And for us to say, oh, I love God, but I'm just going to keep on slapping him in the face, and that somehow makes sense to us because I still have feelings for you, Adam. That's not love. And he agreed to that before service, so don't worry. You guys are like, wow, I'm never going to volunteer, But the whole idea is, in fact, between services, he goes, you can slap me harder. I'm like, all right. Wait till next service, come on back, But the whole idea is, honestly, that's the relationship we have with God, many of us. We're doing these things that he says, I can't stand that. And you just keep doing it to me and then telling me you love me afterwards. You keep doing me and then you look at your hand and go, ooh, the consequences of my sin. The consequences are up here with me. How it breaks my heart that my son died for you. He died. He was punished for all those sins. And then you just accept that and go right back to it? And you just slap me in the face and tell me you love me, just forget that. Read my word. It says, if you love me, you'll obey what I command. Guys, this is not part of loving God. This is at the core of it. This is the most important command in our lives. And if you think you can love God and keep your sin, you are so off. So off. God hates it. He tells each of us that he's given us the power to overcome it by the power of his Spirit. So there's no excuses. You can't sit here and go, oh, I can't control myself. I can't control. He says, no, I gave you the power. You've got the power that raised Jesus from the dead living inside of you. And you're telling me you can't overcome it? You're a liar. It's your own choice. You've chosen to sin against me. You choose to slap me in the face. Don't tell me you can't control it. Because I promised that I would not allow you to be tempted beyond what you can handle. And every time you sin, you've chosen to sin. Because I always give you a way of escape, he says. But you chose to sin.